there folks, it's Jonathan Denwood here, and in this video I'm going to be doing a comparison between ActiveCampaign and Kit. Used to be called ConvertKit, but they're shortening it to Kit. What are the strengths and weaknesses of both these great email marketing automation platforms? At WP-Tonic, we've got a ton of experience utilizing both these systems. I'll be back in a few moments, folks. Coming back, folks. So, like I say, in this video, I'm going to be doing a comparison between ActiveCampaign and what is now called Kit. They rebranded it themselves. They used to be called Conversion Kit. They shortened it a bit. If you find this video really useful, give us a thumbs up. That really tells YouTube that I'm doing something right. So let's get into it. So these two systems, platforms, SaaS, software as a service, they come from really two different directions. And I'm going to give you a quick layout of their history and where they're coming from. There is quite a bit of overlap, but because of where the market they were aiming at, there is historically some differences. Now, ActiveCampaign really comes as a reasonably priced quasi-enterprise level marketing automation platform for that, but it does cover entrepreneurs, individual entrepreneurs, small teams or medium-sized businesses and organization. It kind of puts itself between HubSpot and Salesforce. If you've got a big sales team and you're working for a medium to larger company, they're probably going to be using Salesforce. If you're dealing with a larger organization that doesn't like the pricing of Salesforce, they're probably looking at HubSpot. But a lot of people, HubSpot is notorious about their pricing. So a lot of people look at a more affordable but feature-rich solution. And they look at ActiveCampaign and they're happy. It's got a lot of power. It's got a lot of automation. Like I say, it's quasi-level enterprise. It is complicated. Well, I say it's complicated. There's a bit of a shock if you're not used to these systems and you first log in to ActiveCampaign, you're probably going to have to do quite a dive with the help, which is excellent. They're written materials, they're videos internally, and there's a lot of material on the internet that will show you the basics. And a lot of people only use like 20 to 30% of the functionality of ActiveCampaign. It's compared to Kit, it is, like I say, aimed at a kind of alternative to HubSpot. It's got a large selection of newsletter templates, a lot more than Kit, but I've never saw it as its strength. That they've improved a lot, but I don't really see it as one of their strengths. It's the marketing automation, sending out sequences based on decision logic, and it's very robust, very powerful. The visual editor can become extremely messy if you really go crazy in it, because it's a drag and drop visual editor with all the kind of flows that you can build. And if you don't tag them correctly and put notes and you go really crazy, you can log in 6 months later and you've got no idea what you've built. So I've seen that a lot. Now, let's have a talk of Kit. Kit was founded by an entrepreneur, and it was aimed at creators and influencers. Influencer, that term has come along, but when Kit was really developed and was trying to find its place in the market. It was really aimed at the entrepreneur or the small team. It really isn't aimed at the medium or maybe larger organization that doesn't want to use HubSpot. I don't honestly think they would look at Kit as an alternative, where they definitely would look at ActiveCampaign. Now, its great strength at the time was that, and still is, a lot of creators, influencers use WordPress. And when Kit was entering the market as ConvertKit, there wasn't a lot of native. And what I mean by native is a plugin that does everything that Kit does, but inside WordPress. Now, what ConvertKit or Kit did, which was really smart, it's all in a SaaS, but they provided a plugin that you could install into WordPress, and you still had access in the interface of WordPress, a lot of the functionality that Kit was having on a separate website. So even though it wasn't full native integration, it mimicked it quite effectively. And there was really nothing out there that could provide landing page, email sequencing, with a nice interface that could do the job that an individual entrepreneur would be looking at. Now that situation's changed a bit. There's some really fantastic native solutions for WordPress, but on the other hand, this integration and what it offers at the price point, I wouldn't say it was the best value, but I can still see why a lot of creators that really like WordPress, they still go with Kit, because it's where it's positioned itself and what it offers. I think this is only my personal take, folks. It's very similar to if you're looking at membership and you don't want to use WordPress, and I think you should do, but if you're not, it's like comparing Kajabi with Podio. They both do the same job, but they're really aimed at two very different user types. And Kit is what I see as Podio, and I see ActiveCampaign as Kajabi. So hopefully that makes sense to you, but that's how I see it. Hopefully you found this video really useful. I've written an article that goes into all this, gives you all the links, prices and everything, goes into everything in even more detail. You'll find the link to that in the video description. If you did find this video helpful, think about giving me a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. That really does show YouTube that I'm doing something right. And it's a win-win for both of us because it encourages me to make more of these videos. I'll see you soon, folks. Bye.